She is Miss Eriko Akutsu, an outstanding lawyer who achieved consecutive victories in many difficult cases. She is dedicated to defending innocent and weak people in court. He is Junpei Takanashi, a newspaper reporter and her future husband. They're planning to get married soon. Then, her phone rang. It's about another case. She's going to talk to that person regarding the case. He is Mr. Kaigo, the father of the assailant. He is hoping that he will get the service of Miss Akutsu as their attorney. But Eriko needs to study first the reports before deciding whether she will accept the case or not. This is her father, also a lawyer. But an accident occurred 3 years ago. He was hit by a Yakuza car while on his way to the temple, which made him paralyzed. He was very happy to what is happening to her daughter's career. Eriko carefully studied the case of Mr. Kaigo's son for several days. And she was very concerned about her findings. That guy was definitely not a victim but a suspect according to her. A few days later, Eriko and Junpei talked. Her fiancé found out about the case of Mr. Kaigo's son and he advised Eriko not to associate with them. Mr. Kaigo is a big-time player in the business world but his son is a complete scumbag. They have connections in different fields and very influential. She needs to do the right thing in this situation. Also on that day, she met Mr. Kaigo, who was expecting good news from Miss Akutsu. But he got disappointed when Eriko didn't accept the case because she believes his son is not innocent after her rigorous research on that case. Back at their house, Eriko's father talks to her about Junpei and their plan to get married because he wants the man's attitude for her daughter. Then, someone rang the doorbell. Someone was at the door. Who could that be? An unexpected visitor, the other son of Mr. Kaigo. And he was holding a knife. A terrified lawyer did nothing as she was punched in the stomach and knocked unconscious. The poor old man also did nothing in that situation. Eriko was held hostage by Mr. Kaigo and his son in a secret place and they began to abuse the hot body of the sexy lawyer. After the heinous acts, they brought the woman to one of the cells where Mr. Kaigo introduced his son Shunsuke, the one who's committing sex crimes. He has an unbelievable strength and appetite for sex, so in order to give his needs, they kidnap girls to be his plaything. But he started breaking the law just to taste another meat. That's why they want Miss Akutsu to defend his son on court. Eriko was shocked when she saw her father on the other cell bound and gagged. She needs to make her decision or her father will suffer. She was in Mr. Kaigo's possession for several days doing nothing but a toy for Shunsuke. She even met the other girl who was kidnapped 6 months ago. After a week of suffering in the hands of the father and sons, she was released momentarily just to be the lawyer of Shunsuke. She needs to do that to save her father. 3 weeks later, he explained why he chose to defend Shunsuke to the press. She said all the necessary things to cover up the man's actions. Of course, this is all a lie. All were surprised to the sudden change of decision made by Eriko, including her fiancé. He couldn't believe her girlfriend was defending a notorious criminal. Well, if only he would know the whole truth. Will he know? The trial was ended and the verdict will be released soon. The Kaigo family was very glad and confident that Shunsuke is going to win the case. 2 months later, the verdict came and Miss Akutsu and her client Shunsuke won the case. She knew in her heart that what she did was wrong, but she didn't care anymore. The important thing is that the case is over and she can now save her ailing father. This is also where the relationship between the lovers begins to break down. After that, she went to the place to get her father. But she was very surprised by what she found. It's too late, her father is gone. But that's not the only news that will be revealed on her face. Mr. Kaigo says that she will live in that cell for the rest of her life as a play toy to Shunsuke. Oh man. That's terrible. Really, really terrible. And that's it. That's the movie. Always take care of yourselves because evil people are lurking everywhere just like the Kaigo family. And please don't forget, never copy all the bad things from this movie. Subscribe and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching and see you in my next story. Goodbye.